I do recommend some support under your butt. As I said, for this practice, we'll be needing a block and a strap. Working on hip stabilization, which will include twisting and shoulder opening. We'll start today, as we always do, with some breath work. So placing your palms face down if you're feeling anxious. Palms face up if you're feeling kind of worn out. We'll take an inhale through the nose. Exhale through your mouth. Again, inhale through your nose. Out through your mouth. Last one, in through the nose. And out through your mouth. Closing your mouth, starting to breathe only through the nose. Soften your gaze or close your eyes. Starting to feel yourself come inside, transitioning from your thinking world into your feeling world, body and breath. Feel your sits bones grounding down. Feel the crown of your head rising up. And find a straight spine in between the two. Notice if you're holding tension in your forehead, your jaw, your shoulders. As you breathe, let it go. Moving into a three-part breath to help us elongate further. On your next inhale, inhale only a third of the way up into your belly and pause. A third of the way up into your heart and pause. And then all the way up through the crown of your head. Take an extra sip at the top, fill all the way up. And then exhale, heart, pause, belly, pause. Push all of your air out, down through your root. Again, into the belly. Pause. Heart. Pause. Up through the crown of your head. Extra sip at the top. And down, heart. Belly. Down into your root. Push everything out. One more time like that. Inhale, belly. Heart. Up through the crown of your head. Extra sip. And out, heart. Belly. Down into your root. Push everything out. Coming back to your slow, steady breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Notice if you can slow it down. If you're having trouble focusing, count your inhale and exhale. And now gently open your eyes, maintaining that quality of breath and centering. We'll take our strap. Grabbing your strap pretty wide until you know how tight your shoulders are today. We'll inhale, lifting the strap up, and exhale to the point where you can't go any further, where your shoulders are like, no, this is not happening. And then start tilting a little bit side to side, kind of teasing them open. The tendency is for us to let our head fall forward here, creating tension in the back of your neck. Try to maintain that upward position of a straight spine. And then see if you can bring your hands all the way behind you. You may need to take your strap wider. This is the first round. Inhale back up and exhale forward. Straight elbows. Inhale up and exhale back. Inhale up and forward. So you may be able to scoot your hands a little closer. Inhale up and back. You want to be very careful with this stretch. The anterior deltoid tends to be a little sensitive, a little prone to injury. So we'll gently open it up. For this last one, come all the way up. We'll bring our left arm down, right arm up, and bend the right elbow. So if you find you're kind of crashing out, take your arm further up and find the place where you'll find a stretch in that right shoulder by using your left arm to straighten the strap. You can also wrap. I haven't quite figured out how to do this. Wrap to create more tension in the strap. So the idea here is you're getting the under part of your right shoulder. If you straighten your right arm more, it'll move the stretch. So just play with it, find where you're tight, and then come back to your breath. Lifting up, other side. Create tension so you can find your stretch. And this left arm is slightly behind your head. Notice if anything funky is going on in your spine. Try to maintain that strong straight line. And then back and forth, just to lubricate. So up and to the left, up to the right, left, right. Okay, lifting your hands up to the sky. Actually, before you do that, take your strap a little tighter. Actually, a lot tighter. So you have a little bit of space in between your hands on the strap. And then we'll lift up. So if you have a little bit of space and you're lifting up and your shoulders aren't having it, of course, widen the hold of the strap. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, bring your hands behind your head, squeezing your elbows back. So finding your scapula, you feel how they're rotating, creating that stretch there. Inhale back up. Exhale, bring it down, squeeze. Inhale up and squeeze up. Notice your neck. Are you holding tension? Maybe blow a raspberry. Release your jaw. Pull on the strap, squeeze your elbows back, open. Yes, one more time. And down you go. Back up. Bring the strap down. Make a loop out of the strap. A very big one. So as big of a loop as you can make with the strap that you have. If you don't have a strap at home, use 2 belts and hook them together. And that'll give you, I mean, mine is pretty small, but that'll give you more space to work with. And then we'll remove any support you have under your butt and come to lie on your back. Have a block available so that you don't have to get back up for it. And lie down. Keeping your left knee bent, lift your right leg to the sky. Hook the loop around the very bottom of the ball of your right foot. Okay, if you live in a tighter body, you may not be totally binding in this pose. You may just hang out here and work on the opening of the hamstring. If you'd like to do the full bind with the strap will go behind your head about the level of your upper ears, and you hold on to the strap and lay your head back down. Okay, if that's feeling super intense, you'll stay here. For more, you extend the left leg long, flex the left toes, and engage the left leg so you have stable hips here. And then if you want even more from there, elbows come to the ground, pull the strap apart, and that'll bring your foot closer to your head. Take note of your breath. Can you come back into your controlled, even breath? Using it to open the back of your hamstring. Notice your jaw. Release. And then take the strap from behind your head if it's there and hold on to it with your right hand. If you can grab your big toe, grab your big toe. Remember, the important thing for this class is hip stabilization. So place your left hand on top of your left hip. Use the left leg to keep you stable as you open the right leg out to the right, avoiding the roll to the right. Come back up, other side. Bend the right leg, place the right foot on the ground, extend your left leg to the sky, and wrap your strap under the ball of the foot. So staying here, using your arms as weight if you're more comfortable here than the full bind. For the full bind, placing the strap on the back of your head at the upper ear height, and then place your head down on the mat. If this is very intense, you'll stay here breathing into it. For more, extend the right leg long, flex the right foot, engage the right leg. And then if you'd like to work the foot towards the head, elbows out, pulling the strap so that the foot comes closer. Release the strap from the back of your head. If you can reach your left big toe, take your bind. Otherwise, left hand to strap, right arm out, or to the upper right hip. Open your leg to the left. Engage the right leg. Use it to stabilize yourself. Come back up to center. Remove the strap, bend both knees. Now take your strap and cinch it down so that it's shoulder distance apart. You'll place it, not quite yet, above your elbows. First, take your block or your rolled up towel or blanket and place it between the crease of your thighs. Okay, so we're all bound up here. Knees over hips, ankles directly out from the knees. Push your lower back down, so you're already engaging through the core. And then arms to the sky, palms face towards each other. Start lifting your arms up over your head. Now notice when you do that, the tendency is to arch away from the ground. Don't do that. Push your back in, so upper back, thoracic spine, lower back, and the front body is working very hard to keep you here. This may be enough. So if you're feeling like this is a struggle, use your breath. Try to settle your body into the engagement of your core. If you would like more, straighten your legs. Legs are at about a 45-degree angle here. Take note of your lower back. If when you straighten your legs, your lower back starts talking to you and not in a good way, bend your knees again. Okay, everyone reach your legs up to the sky. Give yourself a little bit of a break. If your lower back is a little tender today, you'll remove the strap from your arms and place your hands under your sacrum. Two options for this next core engagement. We're still pushing the back of the pelvis down, squeezing our block, and you'll either do double leg lifts, so lowering and lifting while squeezing your block, or take the block out and you'll do one leg at a time. Okay, this is a timed exercise. We'll do it for 30 seconds, or about that, with your breath. So use no momentum, only the power of your muscles, lifting and lowering. Have your spine be connected with the ground. Let's do two more. Bend your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a hug. Keep your lower back on the mat so you're stretching your spine. And then take your feet as wide as your mat. Arms out to a T. Big inhale here. Exhale, knees over to the right side. For a deeper twist, you'll take the right ankle to the outside of the left knee. And if you're feeling this again in your lower back, try to bend that left hip in a little bit, like you're sticking your butt out, and then push it forward. So you have engagement through the hip in this twist. Come back up to center, feet as wide as your mat. Drop over to the left. For more engagement, left ankle over the outside of the right leg. Again, if your lower back is playing a little bit too much, stick your right butt cheek out behind you so that your femur and your hip socket are engaged, and then start pushing forward again. Engaging through the right glute. Come back up to center, hug your knees in, and we'll rock and roll our way up to a seated position. So 1 to 3 times, stepping back to hands and knees. Grab your block, place it in between your upper thighs, and squeeze. So anytime you're having lower back tenderness, stabilizing through the hips is a really good way to help heal it. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. We'll inhale while squeezing the block, drop your belly, heart comes through shoulders, looking up at the sky, cow pose. Exhale, squeezing your block. Belly towards spine, drop your head, push through your hands, cat. Again, with your inhale, drop the belly, arch your spine, and then round. Coming back to your deep, steady breaths. Inhaling cow. And exhale cat. Move your block to the side and step back to plank. Knees can be up or down. Either way, you're in a straight line from your shoulders, either through your knees or through your feet. Breathe here, push the floor away from you. And then pull your hands down towards either your knees or your toes, depending on which position you're in. And then push your hands down and pull them apart like you're going to rip them out. So you're engaging shoulders and core. Firmly plant your left hand and turn onto the outer edge of your left foot for side plank or supported side plank. Supported side plank, the left knee comes under the hip, you lift your right arm to the sky. Use your side obliques, so you're still curling up even if you're in a supported position. Engage through the right foot, the right leg. One more inhale. Exhale, bring the right hand down, coming back to plank. And then turning onto the right hand, either the right knee or the outer right foot, lift that left arm up. Bringing the left hand down, back to plank, and push up and back into your down dog. If you're feeling tighter today, place your feet at the very edges of your mat and hands to the edges of your mat. Remember, if your back is rounding at all, so this is the rounding version, you bend your knees, kick your hips up and back, straighten through your spine. Let your head drop. Shake it yes, shake it no, release your neck. Push into your hands very strongly. And then if you're able to straighten your legs while keeping your back straight, go ahead. Notice what's happened to your breath, come back to it. And then look forward, come up onto your tiptoes, bend your knees if they're not already, and step forward. Feet between the hands. Forward fold. Grabbing onto opposite elbows if that feels good, to just take a ragdoll hanging out, maybe sway a little side to side, loosening up. Inhale to traction your spine, halfway lift. Push your hands into your shins, crown of the head forward, sits bones back. Forward fold again. Push into your feet, hands to hips, bend your knees, come all the way up to stand. You'll grab your strap again. So right now you have it shoulder distance apart, you're gonna make it smaller, so about halfway smaller still. Okay, but you'll just see how it feels. If it's too small, you'll open it as we get there. And then place it around your wrists, but behind your back. Okay, so normally we bind here, interlacing fingers. This time we're not going to. We're going to use the strap, pulling your wrists apart from each other. So that's rolling your shoulders back, scapula engaged, feeling the stretch through your pectorals. Feet hip distance apart. With this shoulder position, start folding forward. Again, if you live in a tighter body, you'll bend your knees so that you can feel your torso weighing down towards the floor. Continue pulling your wrists apart from each other to get that stretch through your chest, the rotation of your shoulders, and then use your breath to release. Notice if you're holding tension in your jaw, the sides of your mouth. Release your bind, take the strap off and set it aside. Inhale, traction your spine, reach the crown of your head forward, use your hands to push into your legs. Forward fold. Hands to hips, try to lift with a flat back, bend knees as needed. Inhale, exhale, hands to heart center, feeling the weight through your feet. Take an inhale here, and exhale, Tadasana. Half sun salutes. Inhale, arms lift up. Reach through the fingertips, but soften your shoulders. Engage your legs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, traction spine. Exhale, fold again. Use your legs to tighten them up as you lift, pushing up and reach. Tall mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, bring all that energy up to you. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, traction your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. One more like that. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, traction your spine. Exhale, fold again. Use your legs to lift all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Moving into a full Surya A. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, traction your spine. Exhale, bend your knees to place your hands down. Step back to plank. Knees up or down. Take another inhale here. Exhaling, only lower down halfway. Use your core, use your arms. And then lower all the way to your mat. Placing your hands forward of the shoulders. Push your hips down, push the tops of your feet down. Knees caps are lifted, so that's how strong you're using your legs. And then we lift our head, chest, and shoulders up. Notice if they're scooching up towards your ears and drop them back. Soften shoulders. Open through your heart. Push your hands down. Squeeze your elbows towards each other. One more inhale here. Maybe lift a little higher. Exhale, lower down. Hands under shoulders. Pushing back through hands and knees or a push-up to down dog. 3 breaths. If down dog does not feel like a rest for you, you'll come into child's pose. Knees apart, toes together, hands forward and forehead to the mat. One more inhale, bending knees, lifting heels. Exhale, forward fold. So hop or step feet between the hands. Inhale, traction spine. Exhale, fold again. Remember, use the leg strength to lift all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lift your arms. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, traction your spine. Exhale, plant hands, step back to plank. Take an inhale here, knees can be up or down. Exhale, lower halfway down. Inhale, cobra, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, down dog through hands and knees or a strong push-up. Down dog or child's pose. Inhaling here. Exhale, bend knees, lift heels, look forward. Step or float, feet between the hands, forward fold. Inhale to traction your spine. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, come all the way up. One more time like that. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, traction. Exhale, plant hands back to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, bend knees, lift heels, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, traction. Exhale, fold, listen for the change. Inhale, chair pose. Bending your knees, pushing your body weight back. So trying to get your knees over your heels. Plugging the femur into the hip socket. And then take a full arch with your lower back. And then take a full rounding with your lower back. Okay, you want to find the in-between part where you're in a more neutral position for your lower back. Arms inhale up, shoulders away from ears. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll twist to the right. So try not to crank on your arm here, just a gentle twist. Look at your knees. See if you can keep your knees even. So you're stabilizing the hips with even knees. And then inhale, arms back up, chair pose. Breathe through the heat that's building in your thighs. Exhale, hands to heart center, twist to the left. Look at your knees, look at your feet. Try to even out the weight on the four corners of each foot and try to even out your knees. Inhaling back to Utkatasana and exhale, Tadasana. Walk your knees out. Okay, holding on to your block. We'll come to the back of our mat. Placing the block at the crease of your thighs. Squeezing. Inhale, arms come up. So from the belly button down, we've got strong engagement. Pushing into your feet, squeezing, using your quads, glutes, all the stuff. From the belly button up, you're softening the shoulders down, reaching your fingertips up. And then grab onto your left wrist. With an exhale, reach over to the right. Notice if you've collapsed through the chest or you're starting to bend down. Try to lift the chest to the sky. Squeeze your block, plant your feet. Inhale, arms back up. Grab onto your right wrist, over to the left side. Turning so your heart can face the sky a little bit. And then inhale back up. Surya A with the block. Okay, so this is going to be fun. Fun times. Inhale here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, traction your spine. Exhale, walk your hands forward. Plank. So for this plank, keep your knees up. We'll just hold in plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, walk your hands back. Inhale, traction spine. Exhale, forward fold. Come all the way up. Squeeze your block. Reach your fingertips. Exhale, hands to heart center. Adding a down dog. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, traction. Exhale, walk your hands forward. Inhale in plank. Exhale, down dog, tilting those hips up and back. Adjust feet as needed. Squeeze your block. Get those inner thighs fired up. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk your hands back to your feet. Inhale, traction spine. Forward fold. Come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now we'll add in the back bend. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, traction your spine. Exhale, walk your hands forward to a plank position. Inhale here. Exhale, lowering all the way down to the mat. Tops of toes down, hips down, you'll feel the block. So the block here will help stabilize your lower back. You probably won't get as high in your cobra pose. Hands down and inhale into cobra. Notice the difference when you're stabilizing your hips here. Squeeze your block. And lower down. Fingertips to the middle of the chest. Tuck your toes. So you'll either take another cobra or pushing your body weight forward and up. Come into up dog. Tuck your toes back. Squeeze your block. Lifting the hips. Come back to down dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk your hands back to your feet. Inhale, lift and traction. Exhale, forward fold. Push into your feet and lift. All the way up. Hands to heart center. Okay, take the block out. Ooh, it feels a little weird. So, we'll enter the same way into our down dog and then move into some standing poses. Let's go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, traction your spine. Exhale, walk your hands forward. Plank. Take an inhale here. Exhale, down dog. Funky entrance, right? Inhale, right leg up. And exhale, bring your knee towards your chest as you step through. Place your left hand down on the floor or on a block. Right hand to your right knee. Push up with the back foot, so we're not letting it fall back to the back of the mat, we're actually engaging the back leg. Push the back toes down. Right arm to the sky if you like. If this isn't working for you, hand to knee, twisting. And then we'll place both hands down either on the floor or on blocks or on books, whatever you have. And you'll extend both legs. Either the right heel will pop up, or the left heel will pop up, or the right toes will pop up. Okay, this is a very long pyramid pose. We're teasing our hamstrings open again. Inhale here. Exhale, bend into a low lunge. Back we go, long pyramid. Low lunge. Long pyramid. Low lunge, drop the back knee. Point your left toes back. So we're in a bent knee low lunge. And this may be where you stay. If you're feeling a lot of opening happening in the front left hip flexor, hang out here. If you want more, left hand down, right hand to right knee for the twist. And then if you want even more than that, you'll bend the back knee and reach for your foot, hugging it close. Make sure you're not on the very top of your left knee. You want to be on that fleshy part at the very bottom of your left quad. And release, hands down. Remove your blocks and step back to plank. Take a vinyasa or push to down dog. Remember, anytime you need to rest, you'll take a child's pose instead of down dog. Step the left foot forward. Maintaining the integrity of that back foot, so pushing up and forward. Use the block as needed. We'll plant the right hand this time, taking the left hand to the left knee to initiate your twist. Left arm up to the sky. Maybe. And then drop your left hand down, maybe 2 blocks, maybe not. And extend. Long pyramid. Bend into a low lunge. Extend into your pyramid. Again, low lunge. Extend. Low lunge. Drop back knee. Staying here or placing the right hand down. Can be on a block or on your mat. Left hand to left knee to twist. For more stretch, bend the back leg and reach for your foot. Come back to center, plant both hands on the mat. Step back to plank. And down dog or vinyasa, meeting us in down dog. Inhale, step the right foot forward, but only about 3 feet, maybe not even. All 10 toes point forward. Feet are about hip distance apart widthwise, and then use your blocks to extend. So we're in a pyramid pose here, traditional pyramid. If your back heel is off of the mat, step your feet in a shorter stance until you can get both heels down. If you live in a much tighter body, it's something to work on. It probably won't happen right away. Inhale so that the crown of your head is reaching forward and your sits bones are reaching back. Find stability in both feet and pull your hips towards each other. So remember all that work we did with the block, this is where it comes into play. Squeezing your imaginary block in between your 2 inner thighs. And then drop forward. Make sure that your right quad is engaged and both legs are very strong here, so you're not hanging out in your right hamstring. Inhale to lengthen. Parvrtta Trikonasana. So you'll either take your left hand to the inside of your right foot. If you want to work a little bit more on the balance, you'll take it to the outside. That's a more advanced version. So on a block or on the floor, we're back into our straight spine. Left hand is down and strong. Right hand comes to your belly button. And then you're pulling your belly button over to the right. Now notice what happened to your hips when you did that. Place your right hand on your sacrum. See if you can even your hips out. Yeah, find a flat, like you could balance a coffee cup on your sacrum. And then if you feel like, okay, I can move forward from here, right arm starts lifting towards the sky. So don't initiate the right arm at the expense of your hips. Squeezing in, stabilizing, and then moving from there. Okay, right hand down. Move the block out of the way. Stepping back to down dog or take a vinyasa. Other side. Step the left foot forward, only about 3 feet. Place both feet down. Grab your blocks. Extend through the crown of your head. So you have a flat back here, engaging through the hips. And this is another place where you can take your hand to your sacrum and notice if you're dropping on one side or the other or sticking one hip out. Use your own body to tell you where you are in space. Inhale, extend. Exhale, fold. Engage both legs, pulling those inner thighs towards each other to stabilize your hips. And then come to your flat back, Parvrtta Trikonasana. Right hand down on the block to the inside or the outside of your left foot. Take your left hand to your belly button and pull it to the left side. Left hand to sacrum, stabilize. Notice if your hips have gone wonky on you. From here, stable hips, maybe that left arm comes to the sky. Okay, left hand comes down. Step back, drop your knees to the outer edges of your mat, toes together, sink into a child's pose. Hey, please don't do that with me right now. Okay, using your towel or a yoga blanket, we'll pad up our knees. For Ustrasana, camel pose with a block. Turning your toes under, taking the block at the crease of your thighs. Hips are over knees. So we'll start with a kneeling back arch. Taking our hands to the sacrum, fingers can point up or out to the side. But we want to make sure we have this opening through the chest. Instead of thinking about crunching through your spine to go back, think about pushing your hips forward and lifting through your chest. So you're getting an opening, a stretching in the front body. So hips forward, chest up. Hips forward, chest up. Hips forward, chest up. That kind of an action. Release and kneel. Good things come in threes, so we'll do 3 rounds of camel pose. Coming back up, tuck your toes. Starting with your hands at your hips again. Pushing hips forward and hard up. Forward and up. And then maybe you can do so much of the front body stretching that your fingertips will reach your heels. Maybe not, that's okay. If your fingertips are on your heels, you'll push down to lift your heart even further up. Tuck your chin. Come back up and kneel. Sit down. Okay, last time, coming on up. Squeeze your block. If you manage to grab your heels the last time around with your toes tucked under and want to move further, you'll place the tops of your feet on the mat. If you're good where you are, work there. Hands to your hips. Remember pushing forward and lifting your heart up. Keep going, forward and up. And then maybe you can grab onto your heels. Now, if you'd like to tilt your head back first, triple chin it. So make yourself a triple chin. That'll keep your airway open as you tilt your head back. Okay, if when you tilt your head back you cannot breathe, then don't do it. Coming back up, head last, sink into a kneeling position. Whew. Okay, remove your block. Taking a little dancing camel to lubricate and open up. So we did a lot of stationary work today. Let's try to lubricate stuff now, settling everything down. So bending the toes under, heels up. The idea here is that we'll take our right hand across Maybe, maybe not reaching into that left heel, left arm up. Okay, you don't have to reach the heel. We're not going to stay here for very long. This is just our test round. And then right arm up, left arm across behind you. So again, going to the right side, left arm up, right arm across the back. Take an inhale. Exhale, down we go. Inhale, other side. And then down. So you see where we're going with this. Nice and fluid, dancing, stretching. And then sit back down. Good, yeah. So trying to release some of this stuff back here. Gate pose. Moving your blanket to the middle of your mat, if you have a blanket. If you have tough knees, don't worry about it. And take your block to the left side of your mat. Right hip under, right knee under right hip, and move your left foot out to the side. Okay, have the ball of your foot be on that block so you can use it to strengthen. And then we'll reach our left hand down somewhere on this left leg. Doesn't have to go anywhere in particular. Right arm comes out, palm up, lift to the sky. Take an inhale here. Exhale, lean over to the left side. And whoa, there we are. So we have this camel hip pushing forward, opening up through the right hip flexor, psoas, and then moving up into the serratus, anterior, and all that fun stuff. Now remember, shoulder away from the ear. Don't create tension where you don't need it. Come back up. Change sides. Right ball of the foot on your block. This left hip is pushing forward, just like camel. Right hand somewhere along that leg. Left arm out to the side, palm faces up, and we start to bend over to the right. Come back up. Bring your knees together, heels apart, grab your block. Virasana or hero's pose. So we'll place the block under our sits bones to give us some height. If you know you can do hero, go ahead and sit between your heels. If this is too much on your knees, don't worry about it. Come into a comfortable seated position. So let's settle down. We just moved. We did a lot of opening. Allow your hips to settle down into the block. Allow your spine to be straight and the crown of your head to reach again towards the sky. And then we'll inhale our arms up. On your exhale, twisting to the left. Inhale, arms up again. Remember, shoulders away from ears. Exhale, twisting to the right. Come back up to center. Remove your block if you have one. And we'll sit down in Parvrtta Trikonasana, wide leg, seated posture. Flex the feet. Okay, if you live in a tighter body, take your hands behind your back to help support you. And this may be enough. If you're feeling a stretch on your inner thighs, You never know what you're gonna get. Push your hamstrings down. See if you can lift your heels up off the mat. So you have super strong leg engagement here. Staying here or taking your hands to the inside of your legs. Make sure you haven't lost the stability in your lower back. So you're pushing down through the sits bones, pushing down through the crease of the thighs. And then maybe you can walk your hands forward. But remember, we're leading with our belly, not our heart. So, well, our heart too. But we don't want to round down. We want to keep that long spine working out from the hips instead of rounding into the spine, creating tension there. Walk your hands back up and bend your right knee into your groin. Janu Shirshasana. Left leg is still very strong. And we'll turn our heart towards the left knee. Strong legs. Inhale to sit up straight. Exhale, taking the right hand somewhere along the outside of this left leg. Start to bring your belly towards your thigh. Maintain spinal integrity. Sit back up. Change sides. Turn towards your left leg. Placing your left hand somewhere along the outside of your right leg. Start folding your belly towards the right leg. I think I said left before, to right leg. And sit back up. Remove the blanket, if you have it on your mat. Take your block and we'll lie back. Some more back bends to help even out the forward folding we did. Taking the block under your sacrum for supported bridge pose. Let your hips settle on the block. And I talk about that movement, that settling of the back of your pelvis. Allow the circulation and the bones to settle back down in this position. If you feel absolutely nothing here because you have a more open back, tilt your block up to the middle height. And if that's still not doing anything for you, take it to the highest height or take a more active bridge pose. Bring your feet together. Cross your left ankle over the top of your right knee. Allow your left knee to fall open. Figure 4 in supported bridge. Release. Taking your right ankle over the top of the left thigh. Allow your right knee to drop or push it down using your muscles, the muscles in your legs to engage there. Release the right foot down. Take your feet hip distance apart again. If you'd like more of a lower back release, you'll take your feet up to the sky. Hips on a block. Releasing your feet back down to the mat. Lift your hips so that you come into a more active bridge pose Pushing the sternum towards your chin, rolling your shoulders under your body. Push your feet down very strongly. And then gently lower in 3 parts, upper back, mid back, and lower back. Taking your feet as wide as your mat again. Arms out to a T. Inhale here, and exhale, knees drop over to the right side. Inhale back up and exhale over to the left. That's windshield wiper. So right and left. Right and left. Happy baby. Hug your knees to the outsides of your chest. Push your sacrum down. So we're keeping our spine on the mat for this version of happy baby. Reaching inside your legs for the arch of your feet and start reaching the soles of your feet to the sky. Push your knees towards the mat on the outside of your body. If you have more flexibility, you can maybe straighten one leg and then the other. Maybe both at the same time for a straddle. Remember, pushing the back of your sacrum down, stabilizing your entire back here. And then bring your knees back in towards your chest. Give yourself another hug. And we'll splat. Opening out, Shavasana. Feet as wide, if not wider than your mat. Arms out to a T like starfish. Allowing your body to settle and be heavy. Allowing any control that you've been exhibiting over your breath, your body, and your brain to go. Taking the time for your practice to absorb into your body. Starting to deepen your breath. Starting to feel the air on your skin. Starting to hear the sounds around you. As you're ready, rolling onto your right side. Moving the deep breaths into your back body, so you're getting an expansion of your rib cage. And then pushing yourself back up to a comfortable seated position. We'll bring our hands to heart center. Finding your grounding breath again. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Again, in through the nose and out through your mouth. Last time, inhaling through your nose. Exhale, bowing your head towards your hands, locking in your practice for today. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.